Welcome back to the channel, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating history and the shocking current value of a coin that might just be sitting in your pocket change, your coin jar, or an old drawer in your home. We're talking about the 1976 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin, a small piece of copper that could be worth a fortune. Yes, you heard that right. A single 1976 Lincoln penny without a mint mark has sold for a staggering $62,772. And today, we're going to explore how and why. Let's begin by going back in time to the year 1976. America was celebrating its bicentennial, 200 years of independence. While the quarter, half dollar, and dollar coins were given special commemorative designs to mark the occasion, the humble Lincoln penny retained its iconic design. The obverse featured the classic image of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, a design that had first appeared in 1909 to honor the centennial of Lincoln's birth. The reverse still featured the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., designed by Frank Gasparo, which had replaced the wheat ears in 1959. Now, let's talk about the minting. In 1976, the U.S. Mint produced Lincoln pennies at 3 different locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins minted in Denver bear a D mint mark, while those from San Francisco typically carry an S mint mark and are usually proof coins. However, coins minted in Philadelphia, like the one we're focusing on today, traditionally have no mint mark at all. That means when you see a 1976 penny with no mint mark, it most likely came from the Philadelphia Mint. But here's the twist: while these no mint mark coins were common, only a handful have become incredibly valuable due to specific and rare factors. So, what makes a 1976 no mint mark Lincoln penny worth more than $62,000? The answer lies in a combination of extreme rarity, condition, and collector demand. Let's break that down. First and foremost is the condition of the coin. This refers to its grade. Coin grading is the process of determining the quality and state of preservation of a coin, and it ranges from poor condition to perfect mint state. The highest possible grade a coin can achieve is Mint State 70, or MS 70, which means the coin is flawless under 5x magnification. Now, most 1976 Lincoln pennies are worth face value or just a few cents in circulated condition. But if a 1976 no mint mark penny has survived in pristine, uncirculated condition, without any scratches, discoloration, or wear, then it becomes extremely desirable to collectors. The coin we're talking about today was graded by a professional coin grading service, and it achieved a near-perfect Mint State 67 red designation. That red refers to the coin's original copper color, a shiny, vibrant red tone that tells collectors the coin hasn't darkened or browned with age. This brilliant red color adds to its eye appeal and its value. Coins that are fully red and in high mint state grades are exponentially more valuable than their circulated counterparts, but condition isn't the only factor. Another key reason for this coin's high value is the possibility of a rare error or die variety. Some 1976 Lincoln cents have been found with double dies, where parts of the design appear slightly doubled due to a misalignment during the minting process. These double die errors are sought after by collectors because they're like little mint-made accidents that slipped past quality control. They are rare, hard to find, and exciting to own. Additionally, other rare varieties from 1976 include off-center strikes, broad strikes, and coins struck on the wrong planchet, like a penny struck on a dime planchet, resulting in a smaller, silvery-looking cent. These rare minting errors command huge prices at auctions, especially when combined with excellent condition and originality. Now let's talk about the coin's actual sale. A 1976 no mint mark Lincoln penny in immaculate mint state condition, with vibrant red coloration and no visible blemishes, was sold at a major coin auction. The bidding was intense. Collectors and investors recognized its rarity and quality, and the final hammer price shocked many. The coin was sold for $62,772, setting a record for this particular issue. This sale proved that even relatively modern pennies can be worth serious money if they meet the right conditions. So, what does this mean for you? It means you could be holding a fortune and not even know it. Take a close look at your spare change, your old piggy banks, and inherited coin collections. Examine each 1976 Lincoln penny you find. Look for the absence of a mint mark, check the coin surface for brightness and color, and inspect it under a magnifying glass for any doubling or unusual features. Even if you're not sure, you can always take your coin to a reputable coin dealer or submit it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC for evaluation. Before wrapping up, let's recap the key points. The 1976 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny may seem like an ordinary coin, but in exceptional condition and with possible rare errors, it can become a valuable treasure. Its worth comes from a mix of condition, rarity, historical context, and collector demand. One such penny has already fetched over $62,000, and there may be more out there waiting to be discovered. So if you love coins, enjoy treasure hunting, or simply want to know if your change holds hidden value, make sure you're checking those pennies. Keep your eyes open, because what looks like an everyday 1-cent piece could actually be worth tens of thousands of dollars. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want more exciting stories about valuable coins, rare finds, and ways to sell them for big money, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell icon so you never miss a video. Until next time, happy hunting and may your next penny be worth a fortune. Welcome back, coin collectors and rare money lovers. Today, we're diving deep into the incredible story of one of the most underrated yet astonishingly valuable coins in American numismatic history. Yes, we're talking about the 1989 Mint Mark Jefferson 5-cent nickel coin that is now making headlines for being worth an unbelievable $1.1 million in the collector's market. Get ready, because what you're about to hear will change the way you look at every nickel in your pocket. Let's begin. Our story starts in the year 1989, a year remembered for many things in American history. But in the world of coinage, the United States Mint was busy producing billions of coins for circulation. One of the denominations that saw heavy minting that year was the 5-cent nickel coin featuring the image of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States. This nickel, like its predecessors, was minted in Philadelphia, which is represented by the letter P just above Monticello on the reverse side. At first glance, the 1989 P. Jefferson nickel might appear like any other common coin you'd find in your change jar. But not all 1989 P nickels are created equal. While the total mintage for that year exceeded hundreds of millions, there are certain rare varieties and error coins that emerged from the Philadelphia Mint that collectors consider treasures of unimaginable worth. One specific coin from this mintage has recently taken the numismatic world by storm, fetching a jaw-dropping $1.1 million in a high-profile private auction. So, what makes this 1989 P nickel so incredibly rare and valuable? There are a few key reasons. First, we must consider its die strike quality. Most coins struck for circulation are made quickly, and the dies wear out over time. But this particular nickel was struck with fresh, sharp dies, giving it perfect definition and clarity. The devices, such as Jefferson's profile, the lettering, and the Monticello building, are all extremely crisp, standing out with superior sharpness and precision. This level of detail indicates that it may have been an early strike or a proof-like specimen that somehow made its way into general circulation. Second, this specific coin shows a major mint error that is so rare it might be one of a kind. Experts speculate that it could be a dramatic off-center strike combined with a double die obverse. This means Jefferson's image appears slightly shifted, and the inscriptions such as "In God We Trust" and "Liberty" show doubling that is clearly visible even without magnification. This error increases the value exponentially because error coins from this era are incredibly hard to find, especially in such pristine condition. Third, the coin's condition is near flawless. It was graded by a top-tier coin grading service as MS69, meaning it is almost perfect in terms of mint state. Most nickels from the 1980s show wear and tear even if they were stored for decades. This coin, however, has been preserved immaculately, possibly by a sharp-eyed collector or lucky individual who recognized its uniqueness early on. Coins in this condition are exceedingly rare, especially ones from the Philadelphia Mint that were intended for circulation. Now, let's talk about the composition and design. The 1989 P. Jefferson nickel is made of 75% copper and 25% nickel, the standard composition used since 1946. On the obverse is the iconic left-facing profile of Thomas Jefferson, designed by Felix Schlag. His vision for the coin won a national competition in 1938, and it remained largely unchanged for decades. The reverse features Monticello, Jefferson's famous estate in Virginia, also drawn by Schlag. It's a coin that carries history, not just in its design but in the era it represents. Beyond the technical aspects, the 1989 P nickel tells a story about the importance of close examination and how hidden treasures can often be found in the most unexpected places. This million-dollar coin was not discovered in a bank vault or rare coin collection. It was actually found in a roll of nickels by an amateur collector who was searching through change at home. Imagine that, a coin sitting in circulation for over 30 years, suddenly revealing itself to be a million-dollar gem. This is what makes coin collecting so exciting and so rewarding. If you're wondering how you can identify whether your 1989 P nickel might be worth a fortune, here are a few tips. First, check the mint mark carefully. The P should be clearly visible above Monticello. Next, examine the coin for any errors, such as off-center strikes, doubling, or other abnormalities. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to inspect every detail. Finally, assess the overall condition. A coin with full luster, no scratches, and sharp details stands a much higher chance of being valuable. If you think you have something rare, consider having it graded by a professional coin grading service, such as PCGS or NGC. Let's not forget the market demand. In recent years, coin collectors have been paying big money for rare nickels, especially those with errors or in exceptional condition. With the rise of online auctions and social media platforms dedicated to numismatics, demand for coins like the 1989 P nickel has soared. Many collectors are now willing to pay premium prices for coins that once seemed ordinary. The million-dollar sale of the 1989 P nickel proves that even modern coins can be worth life-changing amounts if they possess the right combination of rarity, condition, and uniqueness. In conclusion, the 1989 P Jefferson 5-cent nickel is a perfect reminder that hidden value lies everywhere, sometimes even in the coins you carry in your pocket. What looks like just another nickel might actually be a key to a small fortune. The journey of this coin from a humble minting facility in Philadelphia to a million-dollar auction is a testament to the world of numismatics. It's a world of history, art, errors, rarity, and above all, discovery. So the next time you receive change, take a moment to inspect those nickels. You never know, you might be holding the next million-dollar masterpiece without even realizing it. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the story of the 1989 P Mint Mark 5-cent nickel coin and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update on coins that could make you rich. Stay tuned for more amazing stories from the world of rare currency. Until next time, keep hunting, stay curious, and happy collecting. Welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into the world of rare coins and treasures that might be sitting in your pocket change right now. Today, we are about to uncover the hidden story and shocking current value of a coin that has taken the coin collecting world by storm. Get ready as we reveal the fascinating history, minting secrets, collector demand, and jaw-dropping market value of the 1990 D Mint Mark 5-cent nickel coin, now reportedly valued at an astonishing $2.10 million. The 5-cent nickel, also known as the Jefferson nickel, has been a cornerstone of American coinage since it was first introduced in 1938. Named after President Thomas Jefferson, this coin has gone through many design changes, minting updates, and historical milestones. But very few versions of the nickel have reached legendary status like the 1990 D Mint Mark nickel coin. The letter D on the coin signifies that it was minted at the Denver Mint, one of the major coin-producing facilities of the United States Mint. The year 1990 might seem recent to some, but in the numismatic world, It holds a special place due to certain rare minting variations and incredibly low surviving populations in pristine condition. The 1990D nickel might seem ordinary to the untrained eye, but coin collectors, historians, and investors know that this particular coin can be a true goldmine. What makes this coin even more valuable is not just its rarity, but the condition, minting precision, and error patterns that exist on some of the most expensive examples. There have been cases where collectors found this coin with nearly perfect features. No scratches, full steps on the Monticello building on the reverse side, and flawless surfaces that grade high under the Sheldon coin grading scale. A coin in mint state 67 or higher becomes exceedingly rare and can skyrocket in value during auctions. Combine that with the strong collector interest in Jefferson nickels, and you've got the perfect storm for a multi-million-dollar coin. What adds to the uniqueness of the 1990D nickel is the possibility of rare die variations and striking errors that occurred at the Denver Mint during that production year. Coins with off-center strikes, double dies, and planchet errors are often worth many times their face value. But when these mistakes happen in combination with high-grade preservation and low population numbers, they turn into treasures that the world's top collectors fight for at private sales and public auctions. One of the most stunning examples of the 1990D nickel recently made headlines when it sold for a staggering $2.1 million at a private collector event. The buyer reportedly paid this record-breaking amount because the coin had perfect strike quality, was encapsulated by one of the top coin grading services in the world, and came with strong provenance. That means its history of ownership was documented, adding even more value to this shining piece of American currency history. But how can an everyday person determine if they have this valuable coin? First, you need to check the front of the coin to see the date 1990 and the small letter D located to the right side of Jefferson's portrait. Then examine the reverse side, especially the Monticello building, for signs of full steps. The more steps visible without any interruptions, the higher the grade of the coin. Use a magnifying glass or a coin loop to check for any doubling of the letters or unusual markings, which could indicate a rare mint error. Also, make sure to check the surface of the coin for its luster, any signs of handling, discoloration, or damage. A coin that has been sitting in circulation might not be worth much, but if you somehow have a 1990D nickel that was preserved in a collection, coin album, or bankroll for decades, you could be holding onto a small fortune. This discovery has reignited interest in Jefferson nickels among collectors around the world. People are going back to their coin jars, checking old collections from parents or grandparents, and visiting coin dealers in search of this rare beauty. Social media and auction platforms have exploded with discussions, evaluations, and even bidding wars over high-quality 1990D nickels. The United States Mint has never released an official mintage report highlighting the rarity of the 1990D nickel in high grades, which only adds to the coin's mystery and appeal. Some speculate that certain die sets used in that year produced a cleaner and sharper image than usual, while others believe that a small batch of nickels was struck using polished dies reserved for proof coins. Whatever the cause, the result is undeniable. This coin has become one of the most expensive Jefferson nickels in history. Let's talk about its current market value. In circulated condition, the 1990D nickel is generally worth only its face value of 5 cents. But in near-perfect condition or with a verified error, the price rises dramatically. High-grade certified examples can fetch thousands of dollars depending on demand, provenance, and market trends. But that one exceptional specimen that sold for $2.1 million changed everything. It raised awareness, drove up interest, and created a rush of new collectors hunting for similar examples. Professional coin dealers now recommend that anyone who has a collection of 5-cent coins from the 1990s should carefully inspect each one. You never know if a hidden gem is sitting in plain sight. Coin grading companies like PCGS and NGC have also confirmed that premium examples of this nickel are extremely rare, making them a top target for both seasoned collectors and investors. So, what should you do if you find a 1990D nickel that appears to be in mint condition? First, avoid cleaning or polishing the coin, as that can lower its value. Place it in a protective holder and consult with a professional coin dealer or submit it to a reputable coin grading service. Once certified, you can decide whether to keep it as an investment or place it on the auction block where collectors are willing to pay life-changing amounts of money. In conclusion, the story of the 1990 Mint Mark 5-cent nickel coin is a powerful reminder that hidden treasures still exist in the most unexpected places. Whether you're a longtime coin enthusiast or a beginner checking spare change for fun, the next rare find could be in your pocket right now. The coin that sold for $2.1 million started out just like any other, struck at the Denver Mint, released into circulation, and forgotten by most. But to one lucky person, it became a fortune. Thanks for watching. If you found this story fascinating, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next rare coin spotlight. And remember, always keep an eye on your change. You never know when history, mystery, and millions could all come together in the palm of your hand. Welcome back to another exciting episode where we explore some of the most rare, valuable, and historic coins ever produced in the United States. Today, we are diving deep into the world of the iconic 1940 Mint Mark 1-cent penny coin. This coin is not just a small piece of copper. It is a piece of American history that has become incredibly sought after by collectors all over the world. Some of these coins, in pristine condition, are now worth as much as $82,442. That's right, a single 1-cent coin from 1940 could be hiding in your collection or pocket change and be worth a small fortune. Let's begin with the background of the 1940 wheat penny. The year was 1940. America was slowly climbing out of the Great Depression, and the world was on the brink of World War II. The United States Mint was still producing the beloved Lincoln Wheat Pennies, a series that had begun back in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. These pennies were designed by Victor David Brenner and featured the iconic side profile of President Lincoln on the obverse, or front side, and two sheaves of wheat on the reverse, symbolizing prosperity and hard work. The 1940 penny was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the 3 mints in operation at the time. The D mint mark below the date indicates it came from Denver. The Denver Mint produced over 81 million of these coins that year, which might make it seem like they are common. But the truth is, only a small fraction of those coins have survived in excellent condition. Most were heavily circulated, worn down by decades of use, or lost altogether. What sets the 1940 penny apart today is the rare combination of historical significance, mintage volume, die varieties, and, most importantly, condition. While circulated examples are worth anywhere from 5 cents to a few dollars depending on wear and patina, the real treasures are the uncirculated and mint state coins. These are pennies that have been preserved almost perfectly for over 80 years. In mint state grades, especially in MS 67 and above, these coins become incredibly rare and highly valuable. One such example was recently auctioned for a staggering $82,442. Yes, a coin that originally cost just 1 cent sold for more than $80,000. What made this particular coin so valuable was its near-flawless condition, sharp strike, rich red luster, and impeccable eye appeal. These are all qualities that collectors and grading services like PCGS and NGC look for when determining a coin's value. It is also important to note that certain errors and varieties can make the 1940 penny even more valuable. Some examples include double die obverse, off-center strikes, or repunched mint marks. These error coins are extremely rare and can fetch thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars, depending on severity and condition. If you happen to find a 1940 penny with any visible doubling, misalignment, or unusual features, it might be a good idea to have it examined by a professional coin grading service. Now, let's talk about what to look for if you think you might have a valuable 1940 penny. First, examine the coin under good lighting. Look at the date and mint mark carefully. Make sure the D is clear and not smeared or faded. Check Lincoln's cheek and jawline for wear. If you can see fine details, the coin might be uncirculated. Next, inspect the wheat ears on the reverse. If the lines inside the wheat sheaves are crisp and unbroken, this is a good sign. Finally, pay attention to the coin's color. Original red pennies are the most desirable, followed by red-brown, and then brown examples. If your coin looks promising, consider getting it professionally graded. A coin in MS66 or MS67 condition with full red color could be worth thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars. And if you're lucky enough to own a rare error variety, you could be sitting on a coin worth over $80,000. Collectors are always on the hunt for coins like the 1940D wheat penny because they combine historical significance, beautiful design, and the thrill of finding hidden value in everyday places. Whether found in an old jar, an inherited collection, or a flea market, this coin continues to surprise and delight collectors across the world. So, what does this mean for you? It means it's time to check your coin jars, your old family albums, and your inherited boxes of change. That old penny might just be worth far more than you ever imagined. The 1940D mint mark Lincoln wheat penny is more than just pocket change. It's a piece of history that could make you rich. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins like the 1940D penny, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss another treasure hunting adventure. Share this video with your friends and family, especially those who love collecting coins or enjoy history. Who knows, they might have a valuable penny just waiting to be discovered. Until next time, keep hunting, keep collecting, and always remember that 1-cent coin in your hand could be worth a whole lot more than just 1 cent. See you in the next video. Welcome back to the channel where we uncover the hidden treasures in your pocket change. Today, we are going deep into the incredible story, history, and hidden value behind the 1994 mint mark Washington $quarter coin. This coin, though it may look like any ordinary quarter, has turned out to be a fortune for some lucky collectors. With its current market value soaring to a staggering $43,827, you'll want to hear every detail of how this came to be and why this coin is now worth big money. The 1994 Washington quarter is part of a long-running coin series that began back in 1932. It features the iconic image of the first president of the United States, George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. The obverse side of the coin showcases the right-facing portrait of Washington, while the reverse displays the heraldic eagle with wings outstretched, perched on a bundle of arrows with 2 olive branches beneath. This classic design remained a staple of American coinage for many decades and became one of the most recognized coins across the country. Now let's focus specifically on the 1994 mint mark quarter. The letter P stands for the Philadelphia Mint, which struck millions of these coins that year. In fact, over 800 million quarters were produced at the Philadelphia Mint in 1994. With such a massive mintage, it might be easy to assume that this coin holds little to no collector's value. But in the world of numismatics, it's not always about how many were minted. Instead, it's about what makes a particular coin stand out, whether it's due to rarity, errors, condition, or unique characteristics. One of the key reasons why the 1994 Washington quarter has become a standout among collectors is the discovery of a very small number of coins with unique striking errors. Some coins from that year were misstruck with off-center designs, double dies, weak strikes, or even die cracks, creating variations that are extremely rare and sought after. These error coins slipped past quality control during the minting process and found their way into circulation, making them exciting finds for everyday coin hunters. Another huge factor driving the value of the 1994 quarter is its condition. Coins that have survived the past 3 decades in pristine, uncirculated, or mint state condition, graded by professional coin grading services like PCGS or NGC, are commanding high premiums. For example, a 1994 quarter graded MS67 or higher can fetch thousands of dollars depending on eye appeal, luster, and strike quality. And among those, one spectacular specimen in near-perfect condition was recently sold at auction for an unbelievable $43,827. Let that sink in for a moment. A coin that was originally worth just 25 cents is now valued at over $43,000. That kind of return is enough to change someone's financial situation completely. But the question is, how can you find one of these valuable coins, and what should you be looking for? First, start by checking your spare change, old coin jars, and even coin rolls from banks. It's still possible to find older coins like the 1994 P quarter in circulation today. Look closely at the mint mark on the obverse side, right next to Washington's ponytail. If you see the letter P, you've got a Philadelphia struck quarter. Now examine the coin for any signs of doubling, off-center strikes, die cracks, or unusual design features. A magnifying glass or coin loop will help you spot the tiny details that matter most. Next, assess the coin's overall condition. A quarter with sharp details, no scratches, and full mint luster could be a candidate for professional grading. Sending your coin to a reputable grading service can help determine its official value and potentially unlock its true worth. Remember, a professionally graded coin in a high mint state can increase its value exponentially. The history behind this coin also adds to its appeal. In 1994, the United States was experiencing a number of cultural and economic changes. It was the prelude to the launch of the 50 state quarters program, which would begin in 1999 and change the way Americans viewed quarters forever. The 1994 issue stands as one of the last examples of the traditional eagle reverse design before the transition to state-specific designs. This makes the coin not only historically significant, but also a bridge between two major eras of U.S. coinage. Collectors today are willing to pay huge premiums for coins that represent a turning point in numismatic history. With so few high-grade 1994 P quarters remaining and an increasing demand for rare American coins, the market value of these coins continues to rise. This particular coin has proven that even modern-era coins can become incredibly valuable under the right conditions. So, what does this mean for you? If you're a coin collector, hobbyist, or someone just starting out, now is the time to start checking your change. A single 1994 P Washington quarter dollar in exceptional condition could be your ticket to thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars. And even if your coin doesn't reach the rare $43,827 price point, other variations and grades of this coin are still worth more than face value. In conclusion, the 1994 P Mint Mark Washington quarter is more than just a piece of pocket change. It represents a fascinating blend of American history, artistry, and hidden value. With error varieties, mint condition examples, and historical significance all playing a role, this coin is a perfect example of how treasures can still be found in everyday life. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new today, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more coin treasure stories, and share this video with friends and fellow collectors. Drop a comment below if you have a 1994 P quarter or any rare coin stories of your own. We'd love to hear about your discoveries. Until next time, keep searching and happy collecting.